Hi, Benjamin here, and I'm going to talk about the 30-day notice of termination of lease. This is what you serve your tenant when you want to get them out. It's pretty straightforward. You've got to have the wording 30-day notice of termination of lease. Two, you would put their name, premises, located at, unit number if applicable, city and state. And basically, you put the date in here. Please take notice that your tenancy of the premises is terminated, effective at the end of a 30-day period after service on you of this notice. Or, and you put the date, whichever is later. You must peaceably vacate the premises and remove all of your personal property on or before the date indicated. If you fail to quit and deliver possession, legal proceedings will be instituted against you to obtain possession, and that's your unlawful detainer form. And such proceedings could result in a judgment against you, which may include attorney's fees and court costs allowed by law, blah, 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 blah. So this is pretty much the wording that you want to have in this form. And what I'll do is I will in the blog, I will go ahead and type this text in so you can just copy and paste it in for your own form, or at least see if your form has it. And this is where the tenant will date and sign it. In this case, this is my copy, so the tenant won't have a signed spot on this form. The reason for the termination, you could say lease expires, forwarding address. If the tenant is already out, this is the address on where you can reach them at their new place. Let's see here. Okay, now the important part of this form here is where we you'll sign it here in inspected, the date, and then the move out date, and here's where you deduct from the deposit that you currently have from this tenant. So you can see general cleaning, I usually hit them with about $130, painting $75. In this case there were 2 broken windows. A company by the name of Sierra Lock had to come out and fix those. Here they had some additional pet damage done to the glass sliding door, as well as to some of the walls. I know I said earlier don't let the tenant have pets, but once again I did, and pets usually end up costing you, but that's fine. You can get the money back. Replace carpet, absolutely. From the pets. This tenant had been in this unit for about 3 years. The average small dog will put, even if it's trained to go outside, the average small dog will put 10 to 15 pounds worth of urine in your carpet every year. So, any tenant that's been there for like a while, you're going to have to tear out the carpet. So there's $400 there. And here you can also put the unpaid rent. The tenant moved out and did not pay the last month's rent. The tenant can't do that. So, and the total cost to the tenant is $1,662. Let's go over here on the other side of this form. Okay, there's the $300 that they put down. Obviously this was a few years back when $300 was the going rate. There's the $1,662. You minus the $300 from that, and the amount of refund due is $1,362. The other thing I like to do is I like to stamp this right here. Please pay the amount due shown on the statement within 50 days of receipt. Failure to pay will result in collection. Okay, so what I do is I use a local attorney here to handle my unlawful detainers, and they're really good. Basically they'll take 50% of whatever you can get, or whatever they can get. They also have the power, of course, to tag this on to the tenant's credit, and they do this for hundreds and hundreds of tenants every single year. So they're really good at it. I don't mind splitting the cost 50-50 if the tenant has vacated, because oftentimes the amount of time and effort and work that you put into it, a 50% cut, sharing that is not a problem. But here's the other thing with this stamp, and when you do that, it totally makes people pay. Prior to using this stamp, I wasn't having a lot of luck getting these, and when I put this stamp on it, boom. In fact, this tenant, see that $1,362, within about 2 weeks of me giving them this notice, they turned it back into me with a check for $1,362. So very effective method. So you should really use this wording. Do it on a stamp, so you just stamp it so it makes it look official versus handwriting that in. And that's pretty much it. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will post the text of this form in the blog. If you want to take that and use that, that's certainly fine. Thanks for listening.